friends, good evening. Today's episode is little different because I have received two packages from Amazon today that I have ordered recently and I'm going to unbox it. So the boxes that you are seeing in front of you contains a computer processor. It's an AMD CPU. To be precise, it's AMD A68HM-k processor. It's little tough to do it with one hand because I have to hold the camera with my other hand, but I am trying my best. The CPU box looks beaten up and I'm assuming it's due to the shipping and handling of the package. Well, let's hope everything is okay when I assemble it. So let's move the box out of the way and take a look at the basic features of the processor. So you can see it is A6400K processor. So you can see it's a dual core processor with 3.9 GHz base speed and 4.1 GHz max turbo overclocking speed. There are also additional information in the sides of the box which tells most of the features and specifications of the CPU, such as it will fit in FM2 socket motherboard, comes with stock AMD Heatsink and etc. The processor has an MRP of 4,200 rupees in the box, but I got it at 4,172 rupees, so it's not a huge discount here. So let's open the box and see what's inside. So you can see, first we can take out the heatsink. Along with the heatsink you can see the instructions and everything necessary, and then comes the processor. So compared to an Intel processor which forms an LGA or a LAN grid array system, AMD processors come with PGA or pin grid array system, which means all the pins are on the processor and not on the motherboard. So let's take a look on the heatsink. So the heatsink is a little small than usual, and it's the stock heatsink that comes with AMD processors, and it has a pre-applied heatsink paste, or you can say a thermal paste in it. So I just checked whether it's still soft or not, which is obvious, it is soft. So once I mount the processor and then put the heatsink on top of it, the heatsink paste will increase the thermal conductivity and it will help to radiate out the heat from the processor. So now let's move the processor aside and start unboxing our next package. So this package is the motherboard and the RAM stick. So I've already opened the box before, so as to check whether the products that have arrived me is okay or not. So this is the receipt. So you can see 2,900 rupees is the RAM stick price and 3,550 rupees costs for the motherboard. So the motherboard is an A68HM-k and it's manufactured by Asus. So the motherboard is one of the best motherboards available in the market, and most of the time it is bought by gamers who want to play games on the computer. So the box says 4,600 rupees, so I got it pretty cheap and it was a good deal. So this is the RAM stick. So this is the motherboard. Now let me keep that aside and show you the accessories, what else came with it. So this is the SATA cable. They provided 2 SATA cable. Then comes the instruction, all the instructions and everything required. This is the user guide, and then the driver CD for the motherboard. Nowadays we don't require the driver CD because we can download all the drivers from the Asus website, or there are lots of other websites, but still it is provided with the motherboard package. And this is the IO shield which we are going to put in our case. Now my case is an old case because I'm upgrading my old desktop computer. And this is the e-waste management rule paper that is provided by the government of India, I believe. So you can see it's the best gaming motherboard manufacturer 2017, and Asus is best. So this motherboard can support up to A10 processor, which is A10 quad core, I believe. It can support up to quad core processors, and the RAM capacity is max RAM is 32 GB. So let me show you all the additional things that it has on the board. So you can see these are the audio jacks, audio input output, and then the USB 2 and the Ethernet port, and then the USB 3, the VGA and the DVI port, and the PS2 keyboard and mouse input output. On the side you can see the CPU indicator lights and the USB ports. So it has 4 USB output for the front panel and 4 SATA ports. So all the outputs are on one side, from the power button, switch, headers, and for the lights. So here next to the coin cell for the BIOS memory, you can see the PCIe 16X slot, and next to it is the PCIe 1X slot and the PCI 1 slot for expansion cards. And you can see the RAM sticks will go here, and the power cable plugs in here. So on the box, everything and every feature that the motherboard has, it's very nicely explained in the back of the board. So you can see the motherboard also supports FM2 plus processors, not only FM2, AMD A series and Athlon processors, and it has a max capacity of 32 GB DDR3 RAM, 2400 GHz, and the additional informations are on the side of the box. The same informations are provided inside on the user guide of how to install everything and what the ports and what the headers are for. So the processor and this motherboard is the best for gaming, and you can play most of the games with it without a GPU. So this is the HyperX Fury 4GB DDR3 1866 RAM stick. Now for the budget, I have bought a 4GB only, but in future I might buy 2 sticks of 8GB or probably two 16GB sticks, because the motherboard provides a dual channel RAM. So this is it for the video. I hope you like it. If so, hit the like button, and if not, hit the dislike, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for future videos.